Hey, good morning, man. What a beautiful, beautiful day. I'm out here on beautiful Galesville Reservoir this morning. You'll notice it when you see all the flooded trees, but this lake has got some big ones, and hopefully today I can pull one out. So my goal today is to catch one at least 4 pounds, hopefully bigger. I got up at dark 30. I got here and unloaded my kayak in the dark and paddled all the way here to this spot where I wanted to start at. My fish finder is on its way. Probably by this time next Saturday, I'll have it back in my kayak. But for now, we're fishing without a fish finder. But yeah, we're going to do our best to catch 5, but hopefully catch one at least 4 pounds. There happens to be a kayak fishing tournament on this lake today. I had no idea. But I talked to a guy at the boat ramp. I guess there's 12 kayak anglers in the tournament. So maybe I'll get to see some of that. Maybe get some good conversations going with some of these fellow kayakers and finally get me schooled into doing these tournaments. They sound like a lot of fun. But for right now, I'm just fishing for fun. Hey, I'm going to go ahead and get started. And I've got tied on to start with a Sneaky Pete. And I'm almost thinking about retying. There you go. I'm almost thinking about retying to a white trace, but we'll chuck this around a little bit. But I'm gonna try throwing glide baits, swim baits for a while, seeing if I can't pick one of those big ones up that might be cruising in the shallows, and then if not, I'm gonna switch to soft plastics today. I'm gonna try to fish a lot of soft plastics on the bottom today, low and slow. So anyway, sit back, grab some popcorn, and let's get to fishing. I think my rod tether is going to come in handy today, hooking up on these tree branches, kind of stopping. I used to have an anchor wizard, but it gave up on me. Salt water is hard on equipment. Oh, dude. Wind is kicking my butt. Cold. Oh, you lost my worm, dude. No way. Doggone it. First cast. Jeez. First cast, I lost my worm, dude. These things are not cheap. Oh, well, there you go. That worm sunk to the bottom. Okay. Been fighting these. Oh, I've been fighting these trees, but. Okay, I took a little bit of a break, got out of the kayak, had a little bathroom break, but basically my hands quit working. I can't even thread on a rubber worm right now. So, yeah, I'm catching a few on creature baits and a Cinco. So we're just gonna keep, I actually put on a wobble head. Let's see here. See if I can show it to you before we jump back in the kayak. There we are, right there. The old Zoom Z-Craw, man. That's a good old plastic. There you are, right there. There you go.
I can see the big ones. The big ones are right here in the middle, but they won't bite anything.
Oh, wow. You got like live scope?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah, they're all like, all the big ones are pretty much right under you. Any stick that's sticking out of the water, that's where all the big ones are.
Okay.
Which is everywhere.
And they're on the off bite right now.
I think so. Normally I can come up here and get them to react to something, but I mean, I've tried everything. They won't react. They'll
Yeah.
swim up to it and then they'll just go back down.
Okay.
Right now I've got a giant. Not a giant, it's probably 5-6 pounds. Following my jig.
Oh, wow.
Swims away.
Yeah. Which setup? You got the Garmin or the Humminbird?
Hummingbird. Mega Live 2.
Okay.
I had the Mega Live. I had it hooked up to that 12-inch.
Yeah.
And this is so much better. I kept them both hooked up and I compared the two so I can.
Yeah.
Hey, yeah, this is way better. I can see fish in the grass, swimming around in the grass.
Yeah. Nice.
So.
Made some fish tacos. These are homemade fish tacos. I don't know where the time flies. It's already 11 o'clock and I basically haven't said 2 words in this whole video while I was fishing. But the first thing I gotta say is I froze my fingers off this morning. It was cold, 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 cold. It got to where I couldn't even like Texas rig a worm or a creature bait. I've been catching those little guys, you know, the little half-pounders. You can catch them one after another when you find them on a Cinco or a creature bait. I think I was using a Rage Craw. But I met a really nice guy in a bass boat with live scope, and he just schooled me on where the fish are laying right now, the big ones, and gave me some valuable information. So I'm going to switch tactics and see if we can't maybe get one of these 5 to 7 pounders that he's seeing on his graph, on his live scope. So oh, I got a jerkbait fish. Yeah, look at that. Thank you, Rory. Not the big ones, but nice and cold bass. Look at the little turtles. Turtle, turtle. Gotta take some clothes off here. It's getting hot. All right, we're gonna try the old Nico rig, see if we can't trick one of those bigger fish to bite.
About one of those.
Oh no, you're in the right setup.
I don't know, that's a lot easier.
Well, yeah, you know, it's a lot simpler, but it sure is nice to be able to sit up and look at the bass rather than have to stand up all the time. Any big ones today?
Got 3, not real big, pound and a half, maybe 2 pounds.
Right. Hey, we got a smallmouth. Yeah. Looky there. Got a little belly. Not very big, but it's a fish. I missed it. I had a bite. How'd that happen? All right, I've thrown a lot of different plastics today. Stuff that I normally do not throw. A lot of Texas rig stuff. Some of it worked and some of it didn't. All right. Oh yeah, there he is, 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 there he is. We'll take, but I was about ready to say, the jig bite, you can't beat the jig bite, okay? Even if they're not that big, but still, we'll take it. Yeah, you can't beat the jig bite. There's a little fatty. Whoopsie. Well, there's a smallmouth. Galesville Reservoir smallmouth. Guess we're gonna keep fishing. I was about ready to wrap it up and call it a trip, man. I'm getting tired of flipping that Texas rig. I can flip a jig a whole lot longer than I can a Texas rig. These are steep walls, so we're trying to pitch it right along the edge. I mean, it drops straight down. Pop, pop. Tap, tap. I think we'll get one underneath that stump unless somebody's already picked one off from there. I got tired of being in the sun too, and that was just whooping me. Whooping me. Let's try that. Boy, that is deep. Just now touched down. What do we got? Large? We got a largemouth. Yep. A greenie. Not a greenie, but a largemouth. Oh. Ah. Should have been throwing this jig all day long. Huh. I just had one. He had it in his mouth, and I kind of just didn't pull, but just kind of gently pulled back on it, and he spit it out. I should have stuck him. Found some in a brush pile here. Oh, you know, I feel like I've been threading the needle all day long with these rods that are sticking up on my kayak, and then trying to get through all this brush, wood. It's where the fish are, though. Threading the needle. Threading the needle. Oh, didn't miss him that time. Yeah, there's a fish right there. Jig bite. Yep. Catching quite a few on the jig right now. More than anything else I've been using all day. Okay, we're going to try to get in here, weave our way in, get to the edge of the shore, and work down the shore again. Been getting plenty of bites on the jig. Uh-oh. Ooh, that's ugly. That one there is not coming done. Ah. Well, we're going in. We were going in anyway, right? Lots of that today. Ooh. Fish. I was too busy working on my pole. He put it in his mouth and spit her back out. It's like, that ain't no crawdad. That ain't no crawdad. Try that cast again. Eh. Not what I wanted. Well, I can't get through there without doing some brush clearing or pulling all my rods down and storing them horizontal, which I'm not doing that. So we'll go around it here. But this is what I call threading the needle again. This is a cool place to fish, you know that? I figure out how to get out of here. Oh, I found a hole. I can snap those branches off above my head when I get to it. So it doesn't get my rods. We're coming into a pretty good looking cove. I think it's going to hold some fish. Yeah, I think we can get by all that. Here we go. Let's see here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh. Prepare to launch a long cast. Ugh. Oh, you guys can hear the splashing. Maybe. We just pulled one out of the wood. Oh. Boy, they got some ulcers on them. What's going on? What's going on with you guys? It's the second one I've seen like that. Pretty fish. Pretty fish. Well, it's 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock right here, right now. I am tired. So I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. Didn't catch any big ones, but I ran into a guy that was looking at a bunch of big ones on the live scope, and he said they just wouldn't bite. He said they'd come up to it and then swim away. But hey, if you enjoyed this video, man, give it a thumbs up, give it a like, leave me a comment more than anything. I love comments. I always try to respond to everybody's comments. So I love fishing, man. I love looking at exploring new water, and I look forward to the next trip. I don't know where it's going to be at, but anyway, until next time, tight lines.